news from Austria and Europe. Unfortunately, we are in a pretty depressing situation when it comes to the economy. So first of all, we have about 10% inflation now, and now I have the feeling that people have spent most of their savings and they are living from month to month, from hand to mouth, and the prices of food and other commodities have increased quite tremendously.
Now that right there is Survival Lily. I've been following her on her YouTube channel for several years now. I'm not a big time follower of her channel, but she does live in Austria, like she said, and she does do a lot of the bush stuff. Like she goes out into the woods and she creates shelters and all this stuff. So she's been on YouTube for a little bit now. And this is another good thing about the YouTube platform, is that we're able to glean from other creators, other people that post videos on YouTube from around the world, right? So just like I was just at this event with 5,000 people, a lot of people lived in Colorado and these other states, and they were actually coming up to me and they were saying, man, it's true, like they totally locked my thermostat up. It was 80 something degrees in the house. And so this really starts to humanize, I guess you would say, the stories that you're hearing. And you don't know, are these stories for real? Are they just jazzing us up? And then someone else came and said, you wouldn't believe it, like they came on our property and they put a well meter on our well that we paid for. I paid, he said, $15,000 for my well, and I've had it for years, and all of a sudden now the government came and they put a meter on the well and they want me to pay for the water that's coming out of the meter, right? So these stories are being confirmed by folks, you know, that aren't part of the system. These are just everyday walking around folks, okay? And so you guys are hearing a lot of these stories about all this stuff that's going on. You know, now you're going to hear people are losing their savings because inflation's really high. Even if they're going to work, they can't keep up with the inflation because their job rates, the way they get paid, is not going to do it. Their electricity bills are up, your gas bills are up, your gas in your car bill is up. Everything you buy costs more, and it's all by design. They're stealing all that money from you, taking it back into their coffers, okay? One saying says that if you took all the money from everybody, the people, the 1%, you know, all these people that are doing what they're doing now, they would all end up back with that money. If you took all the money from everybody, those folks, and even if I gave it to all you guys, those same people would end up with the money because they're more disciplined about their money, and you guys aren't. They don't teach you this stuff, and that's why you guys aren't disciplined with your money, and that's why it's easy for it to get away from you. Just telling you the facts. So Survival Lily put up a video about 10 days ago, and again, I've been, you know, busy with all my stuff going on. I'm trying to bring you these stories as fast as I can. These are boots on the ground stories from her in Austria, right? So she's going over the deal. The prices are going up too fast. A lot of people are going through their savings. Remember a couple of weeks ago I explained to you guys that in Germany that they were already, because of high electric prices and high prices, they were already sneaking out into the woods and gathering firewood to bring it back so they could heat themselves this winter. And every news place, every place you see all around is saying and warning that it was going to be a very bad winter in the UK, and they're predicting that a lot of people will die. Right? So they're already kind of priming your pump for it.
That food has become so much more expensive. So for example, here they have a comparison. In January 2021, they were charging 13 euros for 4 chicken breasts. Now they are charging 18 euros. So that's 5 euros more for the same product, for the same food. And that's quite a lot. So now the problem is that people are getting so desperate that they are starting to stealing
the food out of the grocery stores, and the story goes on to say that they've now locked up the food in the grocery stores because people are stealing them. Now what comes after that? Just use your mind and just be logical. Next comes the food riots, where they start bashing in the doors, bashing in the walls, bashing in everything to get to the food. Right? And that's why here on our channel, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, man, we're imploring y'all, no matter what you can do, please start some type of food storage or prep, learn how to grow, or at the best case, get out of that city, that crowded space where there's no place to do what you want to do, and try to find yourself the best value of land and start to grow your own food. That should be your goal in 2023, right? So now that's so bad there, they're actually locking the food up so they can't take it.
And Edeka, and they have observed that shoplifting has increased quite tremendously. So now they are putting alarm devices on butter and meat.
On butter and meat, they're putting alarm devices on there. Holy guacamole, y'all. Whew. It's coming to a show near you. Hope you guys are getting ready. We've been trying to ring the alarm about this and trying to let you guys know what's coming. This is a slow boil. I've tried to explain it to you. It's not going to be all at once, right? It's systems in place, see how you react, I was also explaining that for 9 months now, we've been flying on airplanes all across America with no masks, right? And there has been no mass casualties, no one's flopping over dead. All this weaponized flu stuff is just evaporated out of your mind. You should think about that, right? Because before, you could not even go in the airport without a mask on. And I was getting to the point where the only reason why they took off the mandatory mask on the airlines was because the pilots were just about to walk into court and sue them for the right to be on the plane without it. And as soon as that was getting ready to go into court, they dropped the mask mandate from the airlines. And also, I don't know if you guys know this or not, Congress still exempt from taking the jab. Their staff still exempt from taking the jab. The United States Post Office still exempt from taking a jab. We had a fellow serviceman who stood up in the Homesteaders of America conference that we were just at, and he stood there and said that he's about to be discharged, ruin his whole career that he's given to the military and to our country because he would not take the jab right now. Why are they still kicking people out of the service for not taking the jab when it's not even a mandatory? President Biden was walking through the auto show, and very casually, I was upset about it myself, y'all should be too, said that the pandemic's over.
Detroit Auto Show in 3 years.
Yeah.
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks. Everybody seems to be in pretty good shape. And so
It's over. It's over. The pandemic's over. Yet, we still have hospitals requiring masks and all this nonsense when you walk in. And you still require every single hospital and place like that to have a mask on. They're still requiring all these service members to get the jab or get out. And I just want you guys to please just let this soak in for a second, right? What they're doing is they're weeding out the dissent, okay? They know that that was the line in the sand for a lot of people. And they know that the people that take it are the yes people. They're the ones that are going to do what they're told, I'm telling you. And the ones who didn't take it are the problem. And that's why they're firing them and they want them out. It doesn't matter now if there's no more regulations about it. They want them out because the master plan is going to unfold and those people are going to be problems. Okay, guys like my sons, they're going to be problems. And that's what they're worried about. So right now they're laying the groundwork. They're just working with the people that say, yes, sir, right? And that should not be you. If you're watching this channel, please don't let that be you. All right. I mean, you guys, we got to band together. That's what I'm going to talk about something else right at the end of this video, so don't miss that. But we have to band together. When we band together, we are so strong. Individually, they're just going to make you look like Waco, right? They're just going to make you look like David Koresh or somebody like that, some weirdo, and they just got to go do it. And then you'll actually be on the other side of the TV applauding it.
That people are going into the forest and collect some firewood. Wild woman bushcraft, Vanessa Blank, in Germany, has observed a young family going into the forest and collecting branches. And the thing is that in most forests, which is private property here in Austria and Germany, this is not allowed. Even
I mean, that was cute that she put that in there, right? But do you think anybody's going to listen to the laws? They're going to create total anarchy, right? Do you think anyone's listening to the laws about going into the forest to get wood? It's either go into that forest and get wood, or I'm going to freeze this winter, honey. So I'm going into that forest to get wood, and then that's going to cause problems for us, right? The people that want to be landowners, and, you know, we're trying to keep people off our property, and, you know, we're going to need the wood. So this is how this stuff's going to boil up and boil up. And I was warning you guys that they're already doing it over there, right? And simultaneously, as you're watching their concerns about energy and heat for the winter, right? Simultaneously, they're trying to put the noise out there about banning wood cook stoves, and about banning wood heat, and about banning fireplaces. And they're trying to soup you up and get your mind to believe that somehow this is going to cause some kind of more global warming. Man, they are like, this is some psyops on the biggest level I've ever seen in my whole adult life. They are spinning you guys. My mind just can't even wrap around it, so I don't even pay it any attention. But some of y'all, it is really going to mess you up.
If it's a forest which is owned by the government, you still have to get permission. So you cannot just go into the forest.
Oh yeah, they will just go there, Survival Lily.
It's all private property.
So what?
And if you do not have the permission, then it's stealing.
I will steal that firewood to keep myself warm and to live. I will.
And he also told me
everyone
he saw
will.
People going into the forest and getting those branches out for firewood. Yeah, so the legal situation in Austria is that most of the forest is private property, and the forest which is owned by the government is treated just like private property. So we don't have this concept of public forests like the US has. Now, because everything is treated like private property, they have made a special law in Austria that you can walk in every private forest. You can take a walk with your dog, you can walk alone. You can
That's
also
trespassing in America.
And you can collect 2 kilograms of mushrooms each day. But you're not allowed to collect firewood without the permission. And that
Also, you can forage little mushrooms for yourself, but don't go and get some live heat that's going to keep you from freezing in the wintertime. Now, that's kind of strange. And I don't think they're really like cutting down trees. I think the folks are just going in there and just getting all the loose stuff, the deadfall and stuff like that.
what's happening now. And that's because the firewood price in Europe has surged. And that's because people now are burning firewood again to heat their houses. So either they already have a central heating with wood stoves, or they have a small wood stove in their living room. And yeah, that's actually what I did. So I got a wood stove.
See, everyone's trying to supplement their energy bills because they're way too expensive. Now, I've been showing you guys on our channel the last couple of years that I've been getting together this woodlot business because I know that wood is going to be a big commodity, right? And I'm getting calls. I've never got so many calls about wood, and I'm going to show you guys what's going on with that woodlot business coming up when we get home, okay? And I'll get you guys all hipped in on that. So basically, the whole point of this video was to let you know, like, we're not fooling around. Like, this is not some, you know, scam, and people on YouTube and stuff are not just talking about this stuff just to scare you guys into getting views, right? We're literally trying to bang the drums to get you to pay attention that this stuff is for real and that it's happening right now. So in America, like, you know, we're like doing our thing, and if you're not really paying attention, you might not even catch it because it's business as usual back in America now. No one's hassling you about the mask. Yeah, I'm still pissed about that. You guys are all up in our face for 2 years, and now you're walking around like nothing ever happened. Yeah, I'm still upset about it. But that's what's going on. Everyone's just going about their business. Everyone's complaining about the prices. Everyone's complaining about the gas. Their shelves are getting a little emptier. We've been telling you guys about the guys who actually drive the trucks for these companies, that they started off with full loads all the way up to the top, and now every truck they deliver is half loads. We've been warning you guys, and we've been telling you guys, and we're trying to share with you guys the workarounds, like what you can do to manage this stuff. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. So that way you can stay up to date with all these tips and tricks. Make sure you're giving this video a thumbs up because it helps YouTube when they see that you guys are thumbs upping and leaving comments. they'll just start sending this video out everywhere. So that's the only way we're going to get this information out, is if you guys participate like me. I make the videos, but you got to participate in the video and leave the comments and share the video. And also tell your friends. And then that helps break the AI. They can't keep us down in the dumps. This message gets out to the masses even better. So hit the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. See you guys on the next video. Stay vigilant. Don't relax. Stay vigilant. And I'll see you guys on the next video.